Do not. Uh, I'm just testing something on my Mac version of my order flow trader, so don't follow anything it does. Okay, did that update 3/4? No, negative 3/4. I gotta switch that over to the dollar amount, but I will be doing that. I'm just testing my okay, so that's -1. Okay, -1 point. Okay. I'm testing my order flow trading platform. So do not follow anything. It seems like 0.67. Why does it say 0.67? It shouldn't. 0.33. And then that should just flatten everything. Okay. Now if we go by, that does that. Okay, that's not good. We'll figure this out later. Okay. All right. We will figure this out later. We have the accounts positioned. We got to do the orders and executions. And, executions have to show here in the orders, current orders. But positions, all that, I'm able to get the on my trading platform. I'm able to get the account list and the orders executing on their test server, which is good. That's the hard part. Now it's just a matter of fine tuning things. Um, I was going to release an update this morning, but once I tested it on another laptop. I have a Razer laptop that's a few years old, actually more than a few years, like 5 years old. Um, and I had to completely remove order flow pulse, like to remove the assembly stuff, but then it came back. So after I did a fresh install, everything was working. So I'm just going to have to update a page. There's going to be a page I need to update on the site. Then I can get this update out to you that does all the background for the delta percentage, and the volume. Uh, all righty, let's just wait a few minutes. For this market, there was more news that came out this morning on financial G's. There was more news that came out this morning. Uh, Let me shut down. Shut down my IDE focus. Okay. Uh, my mic is too low. Yeah. Is that better? Okay, there we go. All right. All right. Is that better? Okay. Yeah. On OBS, I had it turned down. I don't know why. Uh, I tried to get an update out this morning, and I put it on my other laptop. I have a Razer laptop that's like 5 years old, and I put it on there, and the historical data didn't show up. Then I had to completely remove the Ninja script assembly. When you go to tools, if you ever have a problem, you can always go to tools, remove Ninja script assembly, and just remove everything like order flow pulse, and then just do a whole clean install. Just whatever you download from the site, just do a clean install. That worked for me. Historical data started coming back. Then I just wiped everything and then did the update on the old laptop, and everything was working. I'm like, yeah. So I want to test it more this weekend, this update, uh, and then get it out on the site. That's what I want to do. So I really still need to uh, test this update before you guys actually get it. Okay. Let's see how much time we got. We got 9:19. Okay, so the overnight highs for ES is 72.71 half, and the overnight lows is 72.46 and a quarter. Uh, boy, this thing's just going straight up. Yesterday's profile for Asian session in New York is just whacked out of its mind. So if we actually go to RTH, we look at this. This is yesterday's. That is just completely crazy. It's like a triple distribution day. That is just nuts. Let's go back to both Asian and New York session. So ES, let me write this down. ES overnight high 72.71, 72.71, 72.71. I don't go exact. Overnight low is 72.46. 72.46. And the NQ we'll take a look at. But what I'm looking at, NQ, ES kind of trade in correlation with each other. But what I'm looking at is we're trading right up here at around 72.60 some, 72.63, right up in this area. So what I'm looking at is if we this right here is the overnight lows, 72.46 for the ES. If we start breaking this area right down in here, I'm thinking that, especially with all this positive delta right here, that we could easily come down to 71. I would say 7,200. Easily come down to 7,200. Okay. Um, well, I wouldn't say easily because this market is just crazy. It's completely news driven. You got to be careful with this. But that's what I'm thinking. If we come down here, you got support at 72.50, basically 72.50 in that area. If we break overnight lows of 72.46, and also this point of control from yesterday, we could easily drift back down. Let's look at the way it looks like on here. So yeah, we're trading right here. Uh, we're trading right up in this area right here. We got all this positive delta from yesterday. That is 430. This is yesterday. So if we lose all this delta area, roughly this area right here, about 72.30, it's about 8 points. Okay, we can easily come back down to this area right up in here. Okay, because you have low volume. This is low volume. Okay, this is high volume. We're right here. This is low volume. This is high volume, where a lot of the distribution of volume was yesterday for New York session. And when you have stuff like that, you can come down here for support. Okay. Let's take a look at the NQ. I'm on a 10 range bar for the ES. Okay. Uh, we'll see how that works today. I've traded range bars on the ES. Uh, I trade range bars on ES and NQ. On the NQ, I use the 32 range bar when the ATR is not too high, the average through range. If it is kind of hot, then I switch over to a 40 range bar. How much time we got? We got about 8 minutes. So on the NQM6, we'll go to both. We'll go to history. We'll just go 10 days. Go to 5 minutes and we'll go to 4. We'll look at the same thing. Same thing with the, whoops. Yeah, that's a little too much data for this thing to crunch. And I am using parallels, so this is not going to be good. Okay, let's try this again. I'm only giving it like very little. NQM. If you have a powerful machine, you don't have to worry about it, but I'm using parallels, so I am kind of choking it a little bit. Okay, this looks a little bit better. This is on the both. As you can see here, um, let's see, let's write this down. NQ overnight highs is 27, 27, 674, 674. And the overnight highs, overnight lows is 27,536. 27,536. Not a very big range, to be quite honest, with all this news driven environment. Let's get rid of the overnight point of control. Hmm. You come over here to overnight point of control and you uncheck that. Okay. Um, this is what I'm thinking. For the ES, we have nice overnight distribution day. We have some pretty big negative delta right there. If we start losing 27,536, we start losing this area right up in here. Okay, as you can see, uh, a lot of the volume for overnight in New York on NQ was right there. We could easily come back down here, kind of like the ES. You know, they kind of trade in correlation with each other. So when you look at a profile chart, the NQ and ES is going to not look exactly the same, but they're going to be pretty daggone close. So if we move over to the New York session, uh, we look at yesterday. Uh, we look at yesterday. This is what yesterday looks like. We have a nice distribution of volume here. We got big high positive delta. Like I say, if we come down here and we lose this area right here, you got to keep your eye on 27,536. That is the overnight lows. If you start breaking that with volume and big sellers coming in and there's no buyers willing to take them on, we can easily come back down here to like 27, 380 area, up in this area right here. Okay. So you got to be careful. Why? Why would I think that? Well, this is high volume. This area right here is very low volume. This area is very low volume. So kind of like when we're trading like the 5 minute and the 1 minute with your stick man, you got this ledge right here. When you fall off that ledge, the only thing that's going to stop you is this area right here, where is the next high volume area. Okay. That is what I'm looking at. I gotta fix that drawing tool. Sometimes it kind of does that. Um, but I got so much to do. The order flow profile is in beta. I'm I will get to it, but there's other stuff that is taking priority right now. But this is what I'm looking at. Okay, for the profiles, that is what I'm looking at. Um, I mean, if we look, let's take a look at this is a 5 minute chart. Okay, let's look at a solid candle. Let's go to a 15-minute chart. Let's load up the history on a 15-minute chart. Okay, let's just kind of go back here. Um, this is the overnight right here. Okay, this is the overnight. Kind of widen this out a little bit. Uh, uh, oh, yeah, that's why. Uh, so this is the overnight right here. We had a sell and bounce right up in this area. So be careful with these areas. You had a sell and bounce right here. You had a sell and bounce right here. Okay. You've got a couple of buy and bounces. This spike right here was news. Okay. At 8:13, we had some news come out. Uh, at 8:13, Iran delivered on Thursday to the U.S. through the Pakistani mediators its response to the U.S. latest U.S. amendments on the agreement to end the war, a regional source tells Axios. I mean, guys, you really got to be aware that the media is just, that's telling me there's nothing. It just says Thursday, delivered Thursday to the U.S. through the Pakistani mediators, its response to the latest, its response. Well, what was the response? Was it good? Was it bad? We don't know. But the market just ran up. The market is running up on any friggin' news. Um, you really got to be careful with this and size down. I have sized down. Okay. We're getting ready to open up, folks. We're getting ready to open up. I hope my stuff don't crash. I have a problem with, I don't know if it's Bullnox or what it is. Um, I don't even have, uh, on it. I don't even have my, boy, I am not with it today. Um, where's my Quan Tower? I am not with it today. I'm trading, I'm not trading Bullnox. I'm trading Astro Fund. So that's why I gotta use Quan Tower because Astro Fund uses DX feed. I can't connect stinking DX feed to Ninja Trader. Don't know why. But okay, it looks like we're selling off. We're overnight lows 72.46. Whoa, we are really selling off. We got some big sellers that have already stepped in right here at 51,150. Those are single order contracts. You got to be careful, folks. Size down, please. I'm on version 1.2.9. I will get that released this weekend. I added the percentages so you have delta on top, percentage in the middle, and volume down below. And also it's color coded for the intensity of it. Where's my DOM? Okay. Gotta get this all set up now. This is, and it's still connecting. That's nice. I like that. There we go. Thank you for connecting. Oh boy, look at this. They're just propping it right back up again. Sit on your hands, like I normally say. Sit on your hands. Come on, there. Tower. Sit on your hands. I'm trying to get this stuff. I was working on the order flow trading platform a little bit this morning when I tested the new release on the add-on. No, I want CME. Well, I don't like how they do this. This is why it's going to be different on my platform. You just type it in, man. M26. I think that's correct. All right, where are we at? 72.69, 70.68. Yeah, that's about right. How many contracts am I doing? There we go. I'm trading micros, folks. Uh, I'm not. We got 9,000 aggregated buy volume. They are propping this crap right back up again, man. This is just whatever. We don't know what news. All we know is Iran responded. We don't know stinking anything. We just know they responded. All right, what we got for the news? Nothing, because Financial Juice is just showing me May 6th. We're on the first there. Financial Juice, can you up? There we go. Thank you. And I had to refresh, man. I really need to get my own news feed going. S&P Manufacturing PMI at 9:45. 10 o'clock ISM Manufacturing PMI. So we got 9:45, 10 o'clock. It might move it. It might not. I have no idea. Um, Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't, but they're still propping this crap right back up. Don't be chasing nothing, folks. 72.71 is the overnight highs, and we actually broke the 72.71. We're right at the overnight highs at 72.71 on the ES. We're at the overnight highs on the ES. Be careful. What is going on with this? Let me switch over to a volume bar like I normally would. Uh, Let me get this going with the percentage. Okay. So this update, I wanted to get the update to you guys this morning, but I was leery about updating it because I had to do a fresh install with NinjaTrader. And plus, what I want to do for the site is I want to have a version page. I'm going to create another page for the versions. So you guys can download the latest version, and if there's a problem, and you're having problems with a certain version, like the recent update, but the last one was working for you, then you'll be able to download that one and just clean out NinjaTrader and then just do a fresh install of the version that was working for you. And then to send me an email and say, hey, this is what was going on, blah, 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 and I'll take a look at it. Keep in view. But that's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. We're above the Asian highs, man. I just can't. Don't be shorting this stuff, man. Do not be shorting this, please. Don't think that just it's gone too high. The stochastics is overbought. I'm going to short this thing. Don't be doing that. They run this thing as far as they want to run it. We got 700 buy contracts in one single order. 700 on this 5 minute right here. That is nuts. 904 904 aggregated volume uh within milliseconds. Look at this. Look at that big volume. The delta, holy smokes. The delta was 3,600. 41,000 contracts in this 5 minute bar. That is nuts, folks. Okay? Just sit on your hands. At least I am. That's the only thing I can tell you. Let the market settle down. More than likely we'll get a trade in. If not, then so what? Who cares? We'll do it Monday. Okay, my settings on this range bar. Range bar ticks is 10 ticks. Okay, that's like 2.5 points. So that's what I have. One single order contracts, a large volume of 50. Tick merged is none. Imbalances 4. Levels is 3. Okay, this is how I have it. I need to update these settings this weekend too. Ah, oh man, I need to update. I keep doing this. I need to do this to auto. I need to redo that to auto. Okay. That's probably what I need to do is when the New York session starts, it just automatically flips over on the volume profile. And if you want it, you got to manually change it. I don't know. That might be good. Let me know. Let's get the VWAP. We got the 1 hour VWAP that's going straight to up. We got the New York VWAP. Look at the VWAP on the 5 minute. It's going straight up. Look at the 1 hour VWAP. All this is just going straight up. This is when the news came out. Right here, it just went straight up, pulled back, consolidated, going straight back up. Man, I just can't. I don't know. This is environments like this is hard to trade. If you're a new trader and you're finding it hard to trade, well, it is. This is not the kind of environment that's really easy to trade, to be quite honest. There are quite a bit of experienced veteran traders that are better than me that are breaking even, losing money, having a hard time. So we're losing on the 5 minute. If you look at the 5 minute, we're kind of losing this volume area right up in here. Okay, but let's look at the delta, about 480 positive delta. Got 19,000 contracts, about half of the previous candle so far. So we don't know what's going on. Let's just let's just relax and just figure this out. Just sit back and relax. If you got a trading plan that works for you and you're using the add-on, go for it. Because this stream is not a signal service. This is not a signal service. I try to teach you. As soon as I said this ain't a signal service, like two, three people dropped off. I ain't gonna friggin' hold your hand, man. It's just SEC will have my butt in a sling if I start calling out friggin' entries, man. Yeah, as soon as I say this ain't a signal service, a few people drop off. Yeah, whatever. Not holding your hand. I'll teach you how to trade, man. You can use the add-on to really help you, and I'll teach you how to trade. Uh, so many people are impatient, though. They just want to be handed the fish. I'm trying to give you the rod and reel and teach you how to catch it. So we're coming back up on the 5 minute. On the start of the 5 minute, we had 700 single order contracts. We had about 9,000 aggregated volume. That is extremely big. The blue dotted line is the 1 hour VWAP. The yellow is the New York trading session. We had 3,600 positive delta on the 5 minute candle. It opened up the previous candle. We got about 22,000 volume, about half the volume, about 2.5% delta change. This is not. This is about 2.5% delta on this 500, so it's neutral. This delta, the way it's being calculated, is we're on this previous 5 minute right here. It just takes the volume and the delta and gives you that percentage for the current candle. Okay. Uh, yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be trying to short. I wouldn't be shorting anything. This market has gone straight up. Just because you think the market is overbought and you're going to short it because it's gone too high is not a trading plan. That is an opinion. And within my 10 years of experience, I'm here to tell you the market doesn't give a crap about your opinion or mine. Nor do these institutions or market makers. They don't care about our opinion. They're going to do what they want to do. We're just trying to use some tools that can possibly put the odds in our favor. Like I said yesterday, you're not a trader. You're a probability executor. When the probabilities are in your favor, you execute. So we ran up on the first 5 minute. We ran up, and as you can see, we have some nice volume up in this area. Uh, this right here, the previous 5 minute, we had a red candle, we had a down candle, we had most of the volume right up here on the top, and kind of lowered down. The delta was still positive on the previous 5 minute, and it was like 2.5% of delta compared to the volume. So this is not good. Um, Not good if you're looking to go short. Also, you got to think about this. When the New York session VWAP is at 72.71, when you are above this VWAP, New York session VWAP, and you're a new trader, don't be trying to short. Okay. Also, I wouldn't be trying to short because look at this. You got 9,004 aggregated volume within milliseconds that kicked off. You have 700 single order contracts for the ES. The largest contract, the largest order had 700 contracts. That's huge. That is a financial interest of an institution market maker. Okay. That's huge. And you're going to try and short because it's too high. When you come down here to about 72.70, all of a sudden they run the daggone thing straight back up. Because this could be a market maker. We don't know who it is because I'm not privileged to the trade IDs. Only the big boys that are in the back room are privileged to that. And we're talking about the market makers. We're talking about Goldman, Citadel, BlackRock, those boys. They have all that information. We don't. We're not privileged to that. The futures market is regulated, so they have to tell us the execution. So right now we just kind of ran up and we're kind of consolidating right here. We're in what they call a balanced market right now. Okay, we're in what they call a balanced market right now. We're right up here at the highs. We already broke the overnight highs. It was 72.71 was the ES overnight highs. The NQ overnight highs was 27.614, I think. 27.614, I think. Can't read my writing. Oh well. Maybe this weekend what I'm thinking about doing, right here. Whoa, why did I do that? I'm looking to drag the stuff up, and when I try to drag it up, it just, I don't know. Sometimes I get the there and I kind of make it bigger. But what I'm looking to do is right here in OFB order flow bars. I'm going to have like a data window, maybe called data window. I don't know. I'll think of a good name for it. Um, and then within that window, it's going to tell you whatever instrument you're on. Like right now, we're on the ESM6, ES June contracts. When you open that window, it's going to tell you, it's going to have a little tiny window. I won't say tiny. It's going to have like a window like this. There'll be a window like this that you can have off to the side. And all right, we're selling off, folks. And it's just going to give you all the information overnight highs, overnight lows, stuff like that. Previous New York session highs and lows. It'll just give you the information you need. Uh, there's more to come for this, man. I got so much. I got so many ideas. There's more to come. Uh, right now, I'll be honest. The two windows that you see right here, that's all I'm trading. Those are the only windows I got up. Is my two order flow pulses, a 5 minute and a 10 range bar. That's it. That's all I have. Okay. I already know. I've already got a mental picture. I've already got a mental picture of the volume profile. Okay. I've already got a mental picture of it. So I don't need to know what's going on. Yeah, these are the only two windows I got open that I trade with. My lower execution time frame, and over here is the 5 minute. I've already looked at the order flow. I've already looked at the volume profile and I've written down my notes, and I already know what I'm looking at. So right now we're at the 7271 New York VWAP. The 1 hour VWAP is 7270. As you can see here, the 1 hour volume weighted average price started right here at 9 o'clock, and we're above that. It looks like we're starting to roll back over this blue line right here. This is the order flow bar moving average. Okay. Right now we're starting to flat line. Okay. And this is what the market likes to do. Okay, the market the market likes to run up, and then it could possibly find a balanced area and kind of auction around. Okay, are we going to break back down? We have no idea. Are they going to keep running this thing up? We do not know. But what I do know is you should not be trading in this area unless you have a trading plan to ping pong back and forth. Okay, if you do, go for it. Don't be shorting a market because you think it's too high. Don't be buying it, chasing it because you think it's going to keep running. Same thing with the 5 minute. I mean, the news came out, boom, ran up, sold off, consolidated, found value, ran up. The only thing that I'm a little concerned about is the 700 single order contract and 900 aggregated volume. That's a lot. So if we close below the New York session VWAP, uh, or on this 10 range spur, we start taking some shorts, man, it's going to be really hard because you have to think about this 700 contracts in one single order. That ain't no retail trader. That could be a market maker. And this is how the market makers do this stuff. Okay. We got 400 single order contracts. Man, I wouldn't be shorting this. I wouldn't short this market with Trump's money. Okay. And he got a lot. Uh yeah, man, this is just crazy. We got 3,000 volume, about 20%, 20% positive delta, 18% positive delta, 15% positive delta. Man, I wouldn't be shorting this thing. This is really hard. I need some, you got the New York VWAP starting to flatline. Okay. If these buyers take too much heat, yeah, go ahead and short. We're not looking to get the whole move. We're just looking to get a piece of the pie. Okay. Um. Oh my word. Holy smokes. That has to be news. U.S. S&P manufacturing PMI. Yeah, news. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I thought that was like Iran. Like, I'm not even worried about the PMI stuff right now. I mean, 10 o'clock, you got about 10 minutes. You got another PMI coming out. I'm like, that gotta be news. It is. I wouldn't even be thinking about doing anything, man. Just let this market settle down, folks. What? Huh. Okay. I'm looking at this down here. It just seems a little off. No, I don't want to be doing anything. I need to focus on trading. We got the current 5 minute. It's got a wick at the top and a bottom. Look at all these buyers, man. Single order contract, 588 aggregated volume. This is just nuts. They are just really buying this thing up. Man, if it starts dropping below down in this area about 72, 67, 68, man, those buyers, if they start taking heat, this thing could drop. I would just be leery of all these stinking buyers up in here, man. Just was there news today at open? Yeah, at 8:13. If you look at financialjuice.com, um, Iran delivered on Thursday to the U.S. through the Pakistani mediators its response to the latest U.S. amendments on the agreement to end the war. That happened at 8:13, so that's why we had a little run right here. And then at the open, they just started buying this crap up and keep running it to new highs. And we are trading above the overnight highs. So, yeah, there was news as usual every stinking day with Iran. That's why I have sized down. I just can't deal with this crap. And plus, you got to be careful. We got PMI 945, S&P manufacturing PMI final 10 o'clock, ISM manufacturing PMI. I mean, you could get a little spikes like this. Okay, Trump at event with seniors at 3 o'clock. Uh, so just be a little leery about stuff like this. 945 S&P manufacturing PMI final actual was 54. Half forecast was 54. So just be careful, and they keep buying this stinking thing, man. Look at this. We got 56. We got 100 single order contracts. We got 59. I ain't seen. And look at the large volume profile. This is the large volume profile. Okay, folks. This right here, large volume profile. These are large single order contracts. Large single order contracts. Large single order contracts. The highest single order contract was down up in this area right here because the point of control, that little bar, is over here on the buy side. You, my friends, is better be careful about shorting this raging market. Yeah, I'd be careful, man. Look at all these buyers right here. This is the large volume profile. This is the large volume profile. Okay. This is the large volume. This is the large volume profile. Okay. This whole column right here, large volume profile. We've got a stinking large buyer. We got some crazy dude up in here selling 70 contracts. I don't know who the heck that is. Lord have mercy. We got some news. We got something. Oh, God. Oh, man. This is just something going on up in this mother lover. Iran's state run IRNA, Iran's foreign minister, blah, blah, can't pronounce his name, briefs regional counterparts on Iran's stance to end the war. Okay. Man, guys, just I want to end the war, but I am so sick of this stinking news. You can't trade it, man. You can't trade it. It's just, it's if you try to short this, whoever tried to short this friggin' market right here, I'm going to tell you something. Whoever tried to short right here just got their butt blown out of the water on an eval, okay, or a funded account. You just got your 15 points. You just got your ass handed to you. There was a reason. Look at this. There was a reason why you have 700 single order contracts, 400 single order contracts, 34 single order contracts, 900 aggregated volume, 500 aggregated volume, 500 aggregated. But they were buying this crap up. They probably knew this, the friggin' news was coming out. And now look at them. Boy, this pisses me. Every day there's news about this. Every day. Remember when I said during remember what I said when we saw this large buyer come in and we ran up and I was saying, man, don't be shorting this market. I wouldn't short it with Trump's money. Now look at us. Okay. Every stinking friggin' day, man. This has got to stop. The war has got the Middle East conflicts that these governments start have got to stop. I'd rather go back to trading COVID days, man. I think the only thing crazier than this was the 2008 financial collapse when my uncle and I were trading. Uh, and I wasn't trading futures, I was trading stocks. Those were some crazy times, man. You get in, those were some crazy times. You get into a trade, friggin' stock gets halted, the whole market got halted, and you're like, oh boy, are we going to be up or down? And all of a sudden, this massive up, and then you're like, shh, oh, you're done. Get out. I mean, it was just crazy times. Man, this is just really, you can't buy way the heck up here. You can't short it because who knows what these institutions, market makers are going to keep running this stinking thing up. All we can do is just look at the open here. Look at this area right here. Look at this area right here. This area right here. Okay. You've got these buyers right here, these buyers right here. Look at the volume right here on that candle 20,000, 27,000 volume, 27,000 volume. You got about 7.5% delta on the previous 5 minute. On the current 5 minute, you got 10% positive delta. You got 3,000 delta on this, 3,000 positive delta. You got about 29,000 contracts. I mean, what the hell? I mean, this is nuts, folks. I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't. I mean, it's hard to trade this news. It really is. I mean, the only thing I can possibly tell you is when you look at a 5 minute chart and you see this right here, when you see all of that right there, I mean, the only thing I can tell you is when you see this right here and you see this right here, is just go ahead and buy and then put your stop down here. I mean, that right there is about 6 point stop. That's about the only thing I can tell you how to trade this is just try to follow the institution. I mean, that's all I can do. That's not even a trading plan, to be quite honest. I mean, I'm a scalper. I can't be trading crap like this. Um, and this is very difficult to be trading. No, you can't even do that. Um, overnight highs on ES was 72.71. Okay, we're like 20 points above that. If we lose this volume area right up in here, about 72.94, if we start losing this volume area, The next area of support is down here about 72.88 up in this area, right up in here. Man, I would not try and short this market at all. I mean, we've just been going straight up. Every day news comes out, and all we've been doing is going straight up. I mean, look at this. Let's get rid of the overnight point of control. Look at this. We blew right past 72.71, and we're way the heck up here, 20 points higher. I mean, this is just some craziness, man. I mean, this has just been going straight up day after day after day. Look at these just straight up. Look at this 406, April 6th right here. We have big, huge, massive gap right there. And it's just been going straight up. Have a bunch of consolidation right here. And then today, just straight up. Um, yeah, we just been going straight up. I really can't trade this. This is nuts. Every day there's news. Every day there is news coming out, folks. Every stinking day. We could get a short down in this area, but man, if you try to short this market, you better be daggone careful. That's all I gotta say. Is you better be careful. We're on a 10 range bar. We're at negative 22%. Right up in here, we're about negative 22%. If you try and short this market, you better be daggone careful. We're negative 380 delta. We had just had a large buyer come stepping in at 69, and we're right down here, and I just covered. I ain't screwing with this. Wow. I ain't screwing. Look at that. Look at that. That's why I stinking covered. As soon as we spiked down, I'm like, get out. Just get out. Just get out. I'm playing with fire. I don't even know why I'm clicking buttons. Okay, so why did I short this thing? And it only lasted for about a few seconds. I mean, uh, I just can't deal with this, man. Here, let me blank my screen out because I gotta figure something out. I gotta make sure that I wasn't screwed over. No, I wasn't. Okay, DX feed is pretty nice, man. All right, let me bring my screen back. DX feed is really nice, guys. I like DX feed, man. It's really nice. Bullnox, man. If I tried to do this on Bullnox, they would have screwed the booty on me. They would have screwed me, man. They would have screwed your boy. All right, this is why I went short, and this is why I covered. Okay. Um. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. So, all right, let's look at at the higher time frame. Okay, let's look at the higher time frame. The reason I went short, uh, right up in this area, right up in here, is when I went short right up in here about right here about 72.91, and then I just covered as soon as we got that spike down. I don't even know how much I got. I'd have to look at executions, but I covered as soon as we spiked down right up in here. I just covered for about a couple points, I think. I'll have to figure it out for you. Um, but right up in here, what I was thinking, this is what I was thinking. We got some support volume right up in here. You have to be aware that there's a volume bounce right here. Also, all these stinking buyers right here. Okay, we're looking at the delta. Now look at the delta on this candle right here. 3,700 delta, 12% delta. You got 30,000 volume. You got the, you got the previous candle right here. Okay, this previous candle, most of the volume was right up in here. We got about 500 delta. That's kind of like neutral to me in the environment we're in. We got 22,000 contracts traded. So the volume was kind of drying up a little bit, okay? And then we got 2%, 2.3% delta on the previous 5 minute. And as soon as we started breaking that low right there, I was thinking, okay, we could possibly come back down to this area. We didn't, okay? And then I come over here, I look at this candle right here, okay? Look at the delta, 247, 6.9%. But look at this candle right here, okay? Look at this 10 range candle, negative 380 delta. We had 1,700 contracts traded, but 22% of the delta traded in this candle, 22% was negative, okay? 380 negative delta, 1,700 volume, 22% negative delta. That's a go sign. And also, we were sloping downwards on the order flow bar moving average. Okay. So I short here. Then I saw this 69 buyer and I'm like, man, I'm going to get screwed and it's going to run back up, but it didn't. As soon as it popped right back down, I don't know what made me do it, but I just covered. I don't know what made me do it. I just was thinking covered. I think in the back of my mind, it's like, why are you shorting this? Okay. You're counter trend trading. When you are counter trend trading and you get these big pops, I just cover. So that's why I covered, and I'm glad I did because now we're back up here. Okay. I'm trading, I'm not able to trade on Ninja Trader, uh, and I don't have it set up the way I normally do my hyper scalping. I usually go in multiple contracts. I did go in multiple contracts on Astro Fund on this DX feed. Okay. And I'm having to trade micros because Astro Fund only allows you one mini. Uh, there's some rules. But as soon as you hit $1,000, you can get a payout and then reset the account. So at least that's what I think it is. If not, you get a $1,500 payout and the account's closed. Uh, and then you redo it again. Uh, it's only for people that have a trading plan that are disciplined enough to trade. It's not designed. Astro Fund is not designed for prop farming. Uh, we're looking a little bit. We're looking like we could pull back a little bit. Okay, we got the delta on this big huge candle, 3,700 delta, 12.5%, 30,000 volume, 22,000 volume. The volume's starting to dry up a little bit. 18,000 volume on the first red candle right there, about 450 positive delta, 2.4% of it was positive compared to the volume. So, you know, could we pull back down here to the 72.82 area? Yeah. So on the 5 minute, since we have, this is what the market likes to do. It likes to run up. It tries to find value. Be careful. Be careful when you get to this area right here. You got to be careful. For one, look at the volume weighted average price. It's right there at 72.79. Plus, look at all these stinking buyers. That's a financial interest to them. They have made a crap ton of money. Okay. They're probably looking to go at it again when they get down here to about 72.76. Okay. Be aware of this. Don't be shorting this market because you've got some big players. 700 single order contract, 400 single order contract. That ain't no stinking retail trader. That is a large, large big dog. So just be careful. Look at this. Look at this. There's a reason why as soon as I got this and we spiked down, I was like, just cover. What are you doing? You're an idiot. Just cover. Uh, I would not short this market, folks. The only reason I did is because it was counter trend trading. And I'm very disciplined. I trade like a monkey. I see banana, take banana. Okay, and it happens so fast. I can't walk you through it. I can only do it afterwards, and then you can go catch the fish yourself. Just I'm giving you the rod and reel, and I'm teaching you where to cast it. Um, okay, so what was that? Yeah, so it was roughly about a little over a point, guys. It was a little over a point. Okay, it was like 1 point. There's nothing to write home about. Okay, it's just not much. I just saw it now and just covered. I'm like, you know what? Profit, take it. I'm glad I did because man, if you would if you would have held it up in here, you'd be down about 6 points. That is not what you friggin' want, man. That is not what you friggin' want. Is be taking a $300 loss. Okay, that is not what you want. Be careful about shorting this raging market, man. Okay, all right. We ran up, we found value. You've got these large buyers right here. We ran up. What's going to happen? Probably consolidate, maybe run more, maybe run back down. If we do run back down, the support is probably right up in this area right here. You got the VWAP, you've got the buy and bounce area, plus you got all these large buyers right here, financial interest. When this starts coming down to this area, you really got to look to see if there's large orders coming in. Look at at the large order volume profile. This right here, large single order seller, the buyer, the seller, buyer, seller. Okay. Kind of move this down a little bit and then you'll be able to see what's going on. Okay. You've got some buyers stepping in. There's a large seller right there. Okay. You've got them stepping in a little bit. Okay. But right in this area is a no man's land, basically. But once you start getting down to 72.80, look at those large buyers right there. Be careful. And also look at all this delta right there. All that positive delta. You've got all this volume right up in here with the point of control. Be careful. When you get down to 72.80, if you're shorting and you're down there, down to 72.80, you better friggin' take some money. That's all I gotta say is you better take some of your stinking money. If you're crazy enough to short it, um, the only time I'd probably try to short this market is when we actually lose this area right here. Why? Well, because this is a big volume area, big delta area. Okay. And if we lose that, we maybe come back down into this area right here. Okay. Just be careful. Okay. Have a tight stop. Be careful about what you're doing. Wow, look at that. Yeah, I can't be trading this, man. I can't be trading this. We're in the middle of a range. I've already tried to short you once, and I took my profits. I'm glad I did. I don't know why I took it. Took my profits. I don't know why. Well, I kind of do because I'm trading on Quantower. I'm not able to trade on Ninja Trader because I'm using Astro Fund, and I'm trading a funded account with them. Man, what I really need to do is I need to get the chart set up on, let me look at this real quick. I got my own trading platform that I'm working on. Okay. Uh, the add-on that you see right here, the add-on that you see, uh, this is for Ninja Trader. The add-on that you see, it's for Ninja Trader. I mean, this is all I use. The two windows that you're seeing, that's all I use. And also the volume, the order flow profile, it's in beta. I just look and get kind of like a context, and I put my on my notepad on my desk. I just write down my notes. Okay. Uh, and I go over it every morning, 9:15. I go over it. What the game plan was. Okay. I thought for sure we'd be selling off, but guess what? News came out. Bam. We going up. Mother love us. Uh, just like every other day. I got some small profits today on ES. I got very, very low profits on the ES, and I just might be done. It's a Friday. I usually lose money. Uh, yeah, let me just close this out. I'm gonna close out the Dom on. I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna close out the Dom on Quan Tower. Where's that lock button? I need to lock myself from trading. Trading is locked. All right, I can no longer trade on Quan Tower. It's locked. Uh, I took some profits. Um, I'm not. I'm not playing with this today. I'll just wait till next week and just keep grinding that account up and get a thousand payout. What are we doing here? I kind of want to see show hide quick. No, that's not what I want. It's been so long since I've traded with Quan Tower. The only reason I got to do it. I mean, I have to look. I can't. Oh well. Let me just close out completely. A Quan Tower. So I'm not. So I am not tempted to keep trading. Um, so I've been working on my own order flow bar trading platform, and it's all good to go with Rhythmic. Uh, be careful about shorting this market. Okay, be careful about shorting this market. Be careful about shorting this market. Right now, this 1 hour VWAP right here, you see this 1 hour VWAP where we flip to this right here, this 1 hour VWAP right here, 72.94. We still above that. The 1 hour VWAP is kind of flatlining, okay? But we are above it. I would not be shorting. If you're going to short, you're going to have to wait until you get down probably past this area right here. Why? Well, you got this big green volume right here of distribution. You got this big volume right here. You got this big volume right up in here, and we're still trading above it. Plus, you got the 1 hour VWAP right there at 72.94. Once we start getting below this area right here, you still got that volume area right there that you need to worry about. But once you start getting past that, then you might be able to come down here and test the 7280 area. Okay. But I can't buy. This is just too much for me. I can't be doing that. Let's take a look at a 1 minute. See how the 1 minute was shaping up on the ES. 1 minute. 1 minute ES. Look at a big, huge. Bam. Yeah, it's just hard to trade this. You just really can't be doing anything, to be quite honest. It's hard to trade this news with Iran that comes out. Okay. You got buy and balance on this area, but we're right here. We ran up and we're right here up in this consolidation area. Um, you got 34% positive delta on this candle right here. Okay, on a 1 minute. Normally that would be good for me to buy, but I just can't do it because, well, I just don't trust it because we have ran so friggin' far. on news that when news comes out and we just run straight the heck up, I just don't. I tried to get a short, got me a little bit of small profits, and then I just closed it down. I need to come back Monday. I mean, look at this. 10 o'clock, ISM manufacturing PMI, 9:45 and 10 o'clock. I mean, look, 9:40. Here, let's just go to 5 minutes. 9:45, 10 o'clock. Look at it. Ain't nothing. Nothing going on. Then all of a sudden, I ran, bam, goes straight up. You know, they knew something was up. That's the only thing you can look at is like 9,000. I mean, 9,000. 900 by volume, 588, 533. I mean, something was up. Something was up. Somebody knew something in these backroom deals. Somebody knew something was coming out. I'm just saying, somebody knew something that was coming out. Look at the large volume profile. The large volume profile with single orders. 'Cause if you look at this, I've got show large volume profile. Yes. Show the Delta surge. One order. Check. Uh, Large volume 50. Okay. So I'm showing the large volume profile. And this will show you where all the large buyers are. Right down in here, up in this area right here was where the large single order, largest buying volume was down here at 7270 area. Okay, 7270 area, 7270 area is this one right up in here at 700 single order contract right there. Right there, that single order contract around 7270 area was this little booger right here, that little bar. That little bar right there, when it's over here on the buy side, that means that's the single largest order. And that was 700. That was down in this area right here. Okay. You've got a lot of buyers here, 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 and here. Okay. And look at the delta. Big positive delta. Big positive delta. Big positive delta. Okay. And we just go straight up. This large volume profile, if I have time this weekend, because I got so much to do. What time is it? 7:27. I gotta set my. Oh, the wife has my phone. Okay. Hey, you're gonna have to keep an eye on the clock. Today I got to go run at 11:40 and go do something, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna cut the stream probably at noon, after lunch because I gotta keep working. I gotta keep working. I can't trade all stinking day and stream all stinking day, man. I got to get me some work done so I can get you guys a better product. Ugh, it's good right now. You can make money if this crazy redneck can do it. I'm pretty sure you can too. We got a 100 single order contract right here. Bam! Look at that. Look at that right there. Bow, 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 right there. You see that little green bar right there? That little green bar right there. That was that little figure right there. 100 single order. Bam. Yeah, they buying up in this model level. This is what I would like to do with the large volume profile is down here at the bottom, possibly, or maybe up at the top. I don't know. Somewhere, top or bottom. I want to take all the large single order contracts and give you a total number here on the left side, and then total up all the buyers, give you the number right there. And then probably right in the middle, give you the delta. So, uh, or Yeah, there's a lot, man. There's so much stuff I want to do with this thing. Man, there's so much I want to do. Man, there's so much I want to do. And it's not like a bunch of just, how can I put it? Useless stuff. Okay. Um, if you follow me trading, you know that I don't put a bunch of indicator. Like these two screens, that's all I'm showing right now. These two screens. These two screens. And then what I'll do is I'll look at a volume profile, delta profile. Let's look at the ESM6. We'll do the real trading hours, RTH, real trading hours. We'll do a history of 4. We'll go to a 5 minute on ES, and we'll book it out to a, whoops, 4. I thought I was on NQ. And we'll just click apply. Okay. What I was thinking this morning, let's come down here and then take out the overnight point of control. This right here, 72.46 was the overnight low. Okay, 72.46. 72.71 was the overnight high. Okay. What I was thinking is, man, if we get down into this area right here, okay, I was thinking, ooh, this is going to be good because we could probably short this thing and then ride it down here. But that's what I was thinking this morning. No, seriously, that's what I was. I was like, "Oh, man, this could be a good day to short." No, wrong. That's probably why I took the short and I just covered real quick. I'm like, "Man, I know your mind was short this morning, but the market's telling you you're stinking wrong." The market's telling you you're wrong, and when the market and the big institutions are telling you your thesis is wrong, when these big, large buyers are saying, Chris, you're crazy. We's are going up. So, you know, you got to know how to flip real quick. Okay. You just got to know how to flip real quick. But that's what I was thinking. That is what I was thinking. Seriously. That is what I was thinking this morning. That's what I was thinking. And look at this. All this big negative delta right there. Look at that big negative delta. Uh, See that big negative delta right there? I was thinking, man, we get in there, we start losing this area right here. We then break the overnight lows. Boom, we could go short. Normally, what we have been doing, uh, is once we get close to the overnight lows, like this one right here. This one was good because that day we had some news came out, and I kept yelling, "Don't catch a falling knife! Don't catch a falling knife! Wait for the large buyers to step in." And we were looking at the charts, and all of a sudden the large buyers started stepping in, and then we didn't get the whole move, but we got a piece of the pie. We didn't get the whole move that day, but we got a piece of the pie. You see, I mean, look at this: overnight lows, all these overnight lows, and we ain't stinking doing overnight lows. Overnight lows. We ain't going nowhere, man. I mean, all them overnight lows. Look at this. Overnight low. Yes, we spiked below it on the ES, but that was the day where we had news. And then we waited for the large buyers to step in and we kind of ran it and we kind of rode it up. I mean, you guys probably got more money than I did because I traded like a monkey. See banana, take banana. Um, All right, let's close this out. But that's what I do. That's what I do. Look at this. I'm missing a trade. I closed my stinking crap out. Remember what I said earlier. Okay, this was like a few minutes ago. If you remember what I said is if we lose this area right here, remember what I said? Okay, remember what I said. And now look at it. We're losing the area. Oh, man, why did I close out my, whatever. It's over. Okay, we got 1800 delta negative 13%. That's actually looking good. We can probably come down and kiss the VWAP area. We got 13,000, 14,000 contracts. We're looking good, folks. We're looking good on that short. If you took that short where I explained where I explained it a little bit earlier. You're looking good, my friends. You got a 181 single order contract. You can easily kind of go in there, put your stop up here, and now you're sitting there at about a 6 pointer, man. I smacked myself in the booty for closing out my execution panel. Man, are you dumb? Why did you do that? Oh well. Um. Okay, so seriously, let's take a look at this. Okay. If you're in this short, remember what I said up here? You got a little spinning top. You had a little shooting star right here. I mean, you could try to go in right here if you really want, but look at that 1 hour VWAP. When I said the 1 hour VWAP, if we lose the 1 hour VWAP, we did on this candle, but we start losing this area right up in here. Okay. You can possibly try to get yourself a short, and you probably did right here if you were looking at the 10 range bar, or you can go look at a 30 second, 1 minute. Okay. Uh, if we come back up above this area, which we are, I'd be covering some. I'd be taking some off. You should have been taking some off down in here, to be quite honest, and move to a break even. No, seriously, because you got some big institutions down here, man. You got some big institutions down here buying this thing. So you need, if you were in this short right here, you need to be taking some profits and moving to a break even and manage the trade. Okay. Why? Well, for one, you got the VWAP right here at 72.83, and that is sloping upwards. Okay. You got a buy and bounce area right here. Okay. And plus, you got large buyers here. You got to be careful. We're trading, we're coming back down on low volume. We could easily take this and bounce it off of the VWAP and come back up into the high volume area. We're starting to build out. Look at the delta. Delta needs to be climbing. Okay, we're at 3,000, 3,000. Yeah, yeah, 3,000, 3,000 negative delta. 11% of it is negative. That's good. Anything above 10% is actually a pretty good sign, folks. Pretty good sign. Okay, we got 24,000 volume. That's some serious volume in this candle. Okay. Remember what I said. If you're going to short, I told you earlier. If you're going to short, I told you the game plan. I told you the game plan. Don't be trying to short when you got all this big volume up in this area. Okay, wait. Okay, wait until you come back down into this area and look at this. We got some big volume up in that area right there. Okay, look what's happening. Look what's happening. Okay, look at this candle here, -8% delta. Okay, that's pretty good. You can probably start doing that. Okay, the previous 5 minute is 2,700 delta, negative delta, 11% negative delta. That's actually pretty good. 24,000 contracts. That's actually really good. I kind of like that. Boom. You got a sell and bounce right here. You got a sell and bounce right here. Okay. You got buy and bounce that we are just smoking right through on light volume. Okay. Be careful, folks, because look at this area. These are your large buyers. Okay. We're down in here where the large buyers were. We got big volume. We got big positive delta up in this area. Okay. We could probably start filling out on some volume up in this area. See that volume being filled out? See this delta? There's a battle going on. There is a battle. There's a battle going on. Look at this delta. We're at 11% on this one. So you better be managing your trade. Okay, we got 10,000 volume, about half of what it was previously. We're at 5% negative delta. We're at about 600 negative delta, 550, 600 negative delta. Look what they're doing, folks. The delta is stabilizing. It ain't no 2,700 like this one. It's like 500 stabilizing. Look at the volume kicking in. Look at the volume kicking in. 13,600 volume kicking in, and we're at 4% negative delta. We're at 600 negative delta. Okay. We ain't at no 2,000 delta anymore. 1,200 delta, 2,700 delta, 1,200, 2,700 negative delta. Okay, we ain't at these numbers no more, folks. We at 700 negative delta with 5% of it being negative. with 15,000 contracts. That means the buyers are starting to step in a little bit. Okay, you got to be careful. You got a large buyer in this area. You got large buyers in this area right here. Are they going to run this thing up? I have no idea. All I know is we have large buyers up in this area. Okay. So if you are in a short and you're trying to manage the trade, you've got to understand where you're at. You're not going to get like a full blown 100-point run on the ES. Okay. You have to know where these institutions are. You had large buyers right here, and they probably took some profits up in this area. Okay. Like I said earlier, minutes ago, uh, probably around 10, 15, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago. I don't know. Some of y'all been listening that long. When I said we lose this area, you probably get a short. Hopefully, you took my advice and went light on your contracts. See what's happening. See what's happening. We got a wick. Where are we having this stinking wick? Where are we having this wick? Okay. I don't like me wicks. I like me some John Wick, but I don't like me no candle wicks. Okay. Sometimes I do, kind of like up here. But you got to understand where you're at. Okay, this is why we're not totally uh, crap in the bed. Okay, because look at these large buyers. Look at this area right up in here. Okay, look at all this big delta. You see that delta right there that's starting to climb, that's updating in real time. Okay, you got the LGVP, large contracts volume profile right here. Look where we're at. Look at this. Whoops. Look at this. Okay, look at all those large buyers. 700 single order contract was down here. And look what the heck we're doing. I don't have a crystal ball, but I got me some bubbles. I ain't got no crystal ball, but I got me some bubbles, my friend. I ain't got no crystal ball, but I got me some stinking bubbles to follow where the big dogs are running. Up. Are they going to keep going? We got a sell and bounce right here. We keep going. We got about 670 negative delta. 2% of it was negative. That's a little measly ass 2%. Don't mean that ain't nothing, man. About 29,000 contracts traded. Woo, that was pretty big. That was pretty big. That was the biggest we've seen so far, man. About 41,000 right there on the start of it. About 29,000 contracts right here. Take a look at that. Take a look at this number right here. 28,900, 24,000 there, 14,000 there. Okay. Uh, this candle right here started it all. Okay. 1,200 delta, 8% of it negative, 14,000 contracts. Boom. We got right here. We started losing that area. Are we going to get the whole pie and short up here and then cover down here and get ourselves 30 points on ES? No. No. But can we come and get 10 points? More than likely, yes. Okay. You're not looking for home runs. You're looking for base hits. Well, actually, that's more than a base hit. 10-point run on the ES. But you get the idea of what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, nothing going on. Nothing going on. Fed Logan, the Fed next rate move could be a cut or a hike. Yeah, that's real news. That's real news there. Fed's Logan, the Fed's next rate move could be a cut or a hike. Do you guys have like AI writing your stinking articles for you? Is there anybody in this world that's doing any real friggin' work anymore as far as journalism? Or do you have stinking AI writing your crap on? Calm down. Calm down. All right. Hopefully this is working for you guys. Hopefully this is working for you guys, man. Oh my God. You know what I need to do? You know what I need to do? Look at the wicks. Look at the wicks. I told you I like me some wicks. I like me some John Wick. Ba-bow. Look at these wicks. Where are they happening? Right here where all these stinking large institutional buyers are. They're kind of wicking up in this area. Okay. Remember what I said about basic auction market theory, okay? Basic auction market theory. Market likes to run down, market likes to balance and start consolidating. It starts pissing off new traders because the new trader wants to come way down here and get yourself a home run. Uh, yeah. All I gotta say is look at the volume profile. For the large volume profile, if you want to go to your settings, it's show LG volume profile. That is show large volume profile. The large volume is this one order, single order contract. I think the aggregated one is working. I haven't tested it. I really gotta test that, man. There's so much stuff I gotta do. Oh boy. There's so much crap I gotta do. And also, here's another thing, man. If you didn't get the move up here, if you didn't get the move from up here, look what happened. Large sellers, single order contracts come in, and look what you had. You had a sell and balance area. If you buy, ah, if you sell on that, if you sell on the sell and balance area, you probably got yourself about 5 points right there. Move on for the day. You got yourself a nice little scalp. Don't be turning a green day into a red day, man. This is what you need. But I was an idiot and I closed down my terminal, my DOM, so I wouldn't execute trades because I got me a winner and I was like, man, I'm not feeling it today, so I just closed it out. Man, what an idiot. So what I do, I just walk you through a trade right here. If we lose this area right here, because look at that, that's where all big volume is. We start losing this area right here. Boom. Next area of support is probably down here. This is where all the volume was. And then we have light volume. Look what slowed us down, the VWAP. Okay, now we're down below the 1 hour VWAP, which is this dotted line right here. That dotted line. You can switch it. You can go to 30 minutes if you want. You can go 30-minute volume. You can switch it if you want. You got the overnight volume. That's down there at 72.57. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. Real time trading hours VWAP is flatlining. Okay. The VWAP is flatlining. Okay. It's not sloping upwards anymore. Okay. It's flatline. Come down here. This is the 5 minute. This is all I trade off of right here, man. Lower time frame and a 5 minute. These are the only two charts I got. I don't need a whole bunch of crap on my screen, man. I got me some financial juice on my other screen, but man. Oh, let's take a look at this. You see that? Mm, No, I don't want to do that. Man. Yeah, and look at this point of control where we come back down to. Look where we came back down to with all this large single order buying contracts up in here. Okay, and look at where we are. You got some sellers right here getting all a little giddy, thinking we're gonna go wee. Okay. Um, I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but I got me some bubbles. Okay. And actually, this ain't nothing new, man. To be quite honest, these bubbles ain't nothing new. Okay, people have been trading off the tape and execution since Jesse Livermore was reading the ticker tape in New York. A little machine that had a little white, little, kind of like a cash register. But well, it's a ticker tape. It's just like a little friggin' machine that just spat out a little thin piece of paper and told you the buys and sells and blah 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 and the times whatever. I mean, Jesse Livermore used to read that, and that's where he made his stinking money. Um, these bubbles ain't nothing new. There ain't no platform that invented it. okay, ain't no single trader invented the bubbles. The bubbles been around since uh, I was trading off of a dime. I mean, when you trade off a dime, you just look at the prints coming in. Let me bring up a dime here. If you take a look at the ESM6 in contracts, let's look at RTH real time trading hours. Okay, these prints that are coming in, it's loading history. It's got to load like how many ticks is it loading? 1.5 million ticks. So it loaded up 1.5 million ticks on the DOM. You see these numbers being printed right here, the 7, the 10. You know, when you start looking at these, okay, when you start looking at these are the single orders, the buyers that are up in this area that were there previously, right here. When you start looking at the tape right here in this trades column, see where that 19 is? When you the way I used to trade off a Jigsaw trading platform is I would look and see where large single orders would be coming in. Okay, I wouldn't say single orders, but a lot of orders. I mean, when you see something, you're reading this, and you're at like 72.84, and then all of a sudden you see 125 kickoff right here. You're like, woo, and you start moving up. You know that 72.84 could be support, and then if it's looking good, then you can go ahead and scalp yourself off some. That's how I used to trade the Dom. Okay, all this shows up before. Okay, when you're reading the tape, all this shows up before. Okay, it's just easier now that they're stuck on the chart. Okay, and you know where the time frame is. Okay, it's just a little bit easier now. That's all. It ain't nothing new. No single trader invented this. No single trading platform invented these little bubbles. I mean, Motive has been doing it. All kinds of platforms. Okay, ain't nothing new, folks. Kind of like Bookmap. Ain't nothing new, folks. It's just a different way of presenting the data. Kind of like this large volume profile. Kind of like large volume profile. It's just a different way to present the data. Okay, these large volume profiles, I don't even need stinking bubbles. Okay, I know where these large single order contracts got kicked off because I'm printing them on my screen. Ain't nothing new. I haven't seen a platform do a volume profile with the large single order contracts. I don't know. I kind of wanted to do that because no other platform that I know of does it. So, but I'm not inventing the wheel here because these large single orders. I'm just presenting the data in a different format. Okay. Because I know if I'm short up in this area right here, I'm short, and we come back down to this area, and we're down here in this area, yeah, I might want to be taking me some profits. Yip, yipper, yipper, yipper. And take a look at this. This is you have a buy and bounce right here. Okay, you got sell and bounce right here. Okay, this you don't trade. Don't trade in this area. I'm being dead serious. Do not be trading in this stinking area right here. If you got this short right here, you need to be covering something right here. Manage the trade when you start seeing this. Maybe you just want to get completely out. I have no idea. You need to do you. But what I am telling you is when you better take some stinking profits. Don't be letting a winner turn into a loser. That's idiotic. And don't care if it offends anybody. That's just being idiotic. Okay? That's being a greedy pig. If you don't take profits when you're in something like this and you ain't taking profits because you want more, that's being a greedy pig. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. Don't be a greedy pig. So So many people blow up evals and funded accounts being greedy pigs because they can't be consistent and take their base hits and then take a big winner when it comes to them every now and then. Don't be no greedy pig. Oink oink. Uh, we flatlining it, folks. Remember what I said. Financial interest, my friends. Financial interest. The financial interest of the big dog. Financial interest, my friends. Financial interest. Where's the financial interest? Right here is the financial interest. 72.72. Ba bam. 72.80 up in this area. Financial interest. You got to know, like, I could care less what the Fibonacci says, what the moving average, what the 20, 50, 100, 200 moving. I could care less what that crap says. I really don't. I could care less. Okay. If you got to hope, I've seen some charts, man, there's traders out there that got so many stinking indicators on the charts you can't even read. They got so many stinking indicators on their charts you can't even read the candlesticks of what's going on. And another thing, they're just showing you the same stinking data in a different way, man. It's just lagging indicators. They're still showing the data in a stinking single. What? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why, you crazy, man? Uh, like, take a look at this. Take a look at that. Like, what the hell? Like, where is the stinking chart? Buy, sell, buy, sell. What? What? And I just put trading charts with indicators. Take a look at some of this crazy stuff, man. Holy smokes. Look at that. Uh, that's a Higanashi chart right there. Holy smokes. Bro. That's just hurting my eyes, quite honest. Okay. If you want to look at a Higanashi data, look at it right here. The order flow bar moving average. Okay. Let's throw it up on 5 minutes. This order flow bar moving average here, let's get rid of the VWAP. This order flow bar moving average, guess what this is? This is your Higanashi data smoothed out with a 9 exponential moving average. And that just gives you a nice trend. Okay. Not my idea. I didn't invent that. I just read some papers from some trading institutions on their high frequency trading that the majority of them are starting to use things like this. I can actually data smoothed out with a 9 exponential moving average to keep their little computer pet trading bots in the right direction. That's all that is. That's all that is. Ain't nothing new. Let's take that off. Let's put on the VWAP. That ain't nothing new. Order flow bar moving average. Higanashi data smoothed out with the 9 exponential moving average. The Higanashi data is on the 10 chart. Okay. On the 10 range bar. Okay. Ain't nothing new. Just a different way of presenting the data. Uh, yep. That's all it is, folks. 11 o'clock. If you did anybody take this short? Okay. Did anybody take the educational experience that I gave you about if you're going to short, try to do it this way, and where we're going to come back to and where we are. Did anybody take this and make money? Um, yeah. I mean, it's 11 o'clock. If you made money, my advice: shut it down, get off the stream, go do something. That's my advice. I'm being dead serious. I'm a little ticked that I closed out. I'm a little ticked that I closed out my terminal. Astro Fund. Did anybody take that short where I kind of walked them through it up in this area right here? And I said, well, if you're going to go short, you want to do it here. Hopefully, someone took that. Hopefully, somebody took that. So, this is what we're going to be doing, man. Kind of like what we do here. Auction market theory. The market ran up. We kind of bounced around. Saw a bunch of buyers up in here. We kind of ran up. We bounce market, auction around, up, down, up, down. It needs to find value. It found it to the upside. It needs to find value, found it to the downside. What are we doing? We're in a balanced market area. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay. Where is it going to go? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? We don't know. Okay. My suggestion is this is just my suggestion. My suggestion is you don't be going short no more. Why? Well, because you got these thinking large institutional buyers right here. Okay. You got 900 aggregated volume, 500, 500. And these bubbles right here with the aggregated volumes, yeah, I'm showing both. Uh, that happens within milliseconds. Okay. So that has some of your retail trading in there, but what doesn't have your retail trading is that 700 single order contract. The largest contracts in one single order was 700, 400 single order contracts, 34. Okay. That ain't no stinking retail trader. Okay. Retail traders in the futures market is only about 5% of the friggin' volume. The rest of it is the big boys. Okay. If we look at the large volume profile, this is the custom profile that you'll probably only find on this add on. Large buyers right here. Okay, that's where all those large buyers were. We're right up in this area. And look where we're trading up in this area. Now, if they start losing this area right here, could they go down more? Yes. Okay, but this is why they're kind of stalling out right up in this area is because, for one, we've come back down to the New York session VWAP. And the second of all, you've got all these large buyers up here, okay, that were here. That's financial interest. Okay, look at the delta. Look at all that positive delta right there. Okay. So, yeah, this is the only two screens I got, man. Got me a lower time frame. I'm using a 10 range bar. Okay. 10 range bar. You got to sell and bounce. If you try to get in here, you got to understand you got these large bars right here that could smoke you pretty easily. But if you're very quick, you got to sell and bounce right here. You got the order flow bar moving average that's sloping downwards. You're right here at the point of control with this large delta with all these large buyers up in this area. Extremely very difficult to do. Okay, so if you get in short right here and you got yourself about 2 points, maybe you want to cover some, move to a break even, you would have gotten stopped out. Okay. Uh, Personally, I wouldn't even take this short, man. I just wouldn't even take it. Why? Because we're in an area where you do not want to be trading. You do not trade when you've got large volume all up in this area. Okay. Where you want to be taking trades? Well, possibly when you're up here in the high value area or in the low value area. Okay. Don't care if the trade works out. I really don't care if you miss a trade. You're going to miss them. You're going to miss them. That's just life. as a trader. You're going to miss trades. Who cares? So what is it, 11 o'clock? We need to find out. All right, so let's take a look at this. On this 5 minute current forming 5 minute candle, we got about 800 negative delta. We got about 12, 13,000 contracts. We're at six. We're at about 6% negative delta right here. Amount of volume. Uh, that's not good enough for me to go short. I need about 10%. And also, I wouldn't be going short anyways because you got that stinking buyer. That one right there with the 900 aggregated volume, single order contract with 700 contracts. That's 700, folks. 700. Okay. You're talking at about uh, 700 contracts. Okay. 12.5. 1 point is $8,000. Okay. 1 point is $8,000 times 10 points, eh, $100,000. Okay. They're slinging around some size. If you were a desk trader for BlackRock and you were slinging 700 contracts and you were right here and you took profits up here and you had more juice, you had more juice to keep going. And if you came back down here, would you, if you were a desk trader for like BlackRock, Goldman, would you be slinging more contracts to be running this baby right back up? Absolutely. I know I would. I'd be like, man, I already took me some profits up here. My boss is gonna love me. Bam, risk desk ain't calling my ass this morning. I mean, this is how you got to think. Okay. Now, if they take too much heat, if they take too much heat right here, okay, are they going to be getting out? Yes. Okay. They're slinging around some size. You have to understand and think like these institutions would. If you were a desk trader for these big institutions, what would you be doing? Don't be listening to old Fibonacci, the old moving average, and all the stochastics and the MACD and whatever. Yeah. Listen to the size being thrown around, the delta and the volume. The size that are being executed in a short amount of time and large single order contracts. Listen to that and listen to the delta and the volume. The percentage is pretty nice. I added that in last night. That's pretty nice. The update will come. I tried to get it out this morning, but when I tested it on my other laptop, I just didn't quite like how it went, so I'm just not releasing it. Everything is fine. I'll release it this weekend, but I want to test it more on different systems, on different laptops, different computers. Okay, that's just that's just what I have to do because people are paying for this add-on. I can't release something and then it blows stuff up and pisses people off. I can't be doing that, man. In the beginning, when all this was free and I was slinging around updates left and right, yeah, no problem. But I can't do that. Yeah, the stop loss take profit settings. That uh yeah, I gotta get that working. This update right here that you see currently on the chart will be out. That will be out Sunday night, before Sunday night. I just want to test it a little bit more. Plus, I gotta because what you might have to do is you might have to just remove the Ninja Script assembly add-on stuff and just do a fresh install. Because what I've done was I've taken uh, the pulse chart, the entry, the dominant heat map. All of that is in one install. The DOM has been moved into the order flow bars install. so you don't have separate installs. And I need to update the site, and plus I need to put out a video of, hey, if you have problems updating stuff, this is how you deal with it in NinjaTrader. You just blow out your assembly stuff. You click on Tools, go to Remove Ninja Script Assembly, and then you just click on Order Flow Pulse and remove it. Reboot NinjaTrader, and then just do a clean install. Uh, Remove Ninja Script Assembly, you'll see it. You don't see it here because I'm using a local version on my computer. But you just go to Tools and go to Remove Ninja Script Assembly. That's how you deal with it. That's how you deal with any add-on that you're having a problem with an update or an install. Just remove it and do a clean install. Hopefully you ain't gonna have that stinking problem because I'm working with Rhythmic, uh, and hopefully next week, in about a week or two, hopefully I will be flipping over and trading on my own order flow bar trading desktop app that is going to be cross platform because the version's already working because it's already there. No, why am I doing that? I need to do. Uh, Here, I'll show you real quick. Let me bring it up. Open recent order flow bar trader. This is a desk. This is the desktop version here. Okay, so .NET has got a cross-platform. Okay, .NET now is cross-platform. It does pretty good. .NET run. Okay. .NET run. Okay. So this is the order flow trader. Okay, this is running a Mac version and it's connected to Rhythmic. A lot of platforms there's no love for Mac users, and plus this is modern technology that I'm working on. This is the cross trading platform, Order Flow Bars Trader. This is the app that I'm currently working on. Okay, when you come here, go to uh, when you come here, you can log in to Rhythmic. Log in to Rhythmic. Right now, I'm on their Rhythmic test system. Rhythmic paper trading. Hopefully, I'll be on that next week. I just got to go through some compliance issues right now. And when you click on connect, it just says connected. You can either disconnect or just close the window. And on the trading app, you can see right here on the trading app, right here, the order flow bar trading app, you can see your accounts. This is my test account for Rhythmic, okay? And then you got the positions right here that shows you your positions. Uh, you got tools. You're going to have the regular chart. Then you're going to have order flow bar chart, the heat map entry, the DOM trader, the profile chart. Everything you see here on the NinjaTrader add-on is being ported over to an order flow bar trading platform that is cross-platform on Mac, Windows, Linux. Okay. Let's say you just go to order flow bar chart. Okay, just click load. This loads it. Okay, this is a chart that I'm kind of working on. This is just a very basic chart. Okay, and then you go to load. It needs to auto load, but as you can see here, the bubbles are working. The bubbles are working. Those are single order aggregated volume. This is old. Look at the contract. This is like years and years old. Okay, that's just a test environment. It's crap. Okay, and then I got the delta working down here. I got the delta and the volume working. You can move the chart around. You can do this. This is just and the good thing is, I added right here, tab, add new chart to tab. You can add a new chart. Let's say you want to do 2 minute here, but on this chart, you want to look at a 5 minute. Then you can look at a 5 minute, and you can come over here, flip this over here, then flip that over there. All that's looking good. Uh, this is a work in progress. And then positions, if you do the order entry, here's the order entry window. You just choose your account quantity. It's the exchange is being defaulted to CME. You're gonna have to know what exchange you're trading on. ESMM6. We got type, we got market limit, stop limit. Then you got the day, good till close, GTC, and we just do buy one contract. As you can see here, it just buys one contract. Okay. This is on their test server. Their test server, man, their test server's crap. Uh, let's see, you buy another contract. See, it just takes a while for this crap to. Their test server is horrible. That's why I want to get over to the paper trading so I can start using Bullnox to actually paper trade on my own platform. And then you can sell contract. Right now, the P&L says negative point half. Those are going off ticks. I need to change that to the dollar amounts. But as you can see here, the accounts are there. The positions are right here. It tells you the positions and then the P&L. I mean, it's all working. The orders are not there yet. Recent orders. I need to work on orders, executions. I need to fill that out. The position windows there. The accounts are all being populated. The log and the messages. I'm going to merge that together and just say messages. Okay. Where did I get the idea? Well, look at Ninja Trader. Okay. Um, I just wanted to get something up and running real quick. But that's what this is. Sell, and then as you can see, no more. But this is just a work in progress. The main thing is working with. Let's see. We go back here. We just disconnect. Okay. It's a work in progress. Uh, but and the beauty of it is, yeah, more than likely, the beauty of it is, uh, you don't have to use NinjaTrader. If you like the add-on, but you don't want to use NinjaTrader, well, then you just use the order flow bar trading platform. The thing is, I need to go through compliance issues with Rhythmic. Okay, and the reason I chose Rhythmic is because it's the most popular one. I mean, you could trade with Apex, Lucid, Bullnox. Most platforms with Rhythmic you can trade with. Tradeovate, I don't know if they're going to allow me to do it because Tradeovate is basically Ninja Trader, and I'll be like, hey, I want to connect my own personal platform to Tradeovate. And I'll be like, well, get lost. So I don't know, but I did contact DXFeed because I want to have Rhythmic and DXFeed as the major ones, plus the heat map. The heat map is going to be a desktop, so if no one wants to use Ninja Trader, but they want to have a heat map, well, then order flow bar trading platform that's cross-platform will have the heat map as well. So that's what I'm working on. Um, it's slow, going slow because I'm only working on it. Like I'm mainly working on the add-on to get this adding more stuff. Then I spend like a little bit on the trading app. But what Rhythmic does is they will allow me to connect to the paper trading server as long as I use it for personal use. The requirements are pretty lax. They're pretty easy going because I've told them it's going to be for my personal use right now. Uh, so Rhythmic is pretty lax with that. Once I have everything locked down and I'm trading on it, and it's looking good, and everything on the add-on has been ported over to the order flow bar trading platform that's going to be cross-platform for Mac, Windows, and Linux. Then once I use it, then I need to go back to Rhythmic and say, okay, I would like to have this released to other people. Or what I'm going to, and the good thing is if you have a license with NinjaTrader, you'll just use the order flow bar trading platform for free. You'll just use the same license you got. Okay, so you can either use either or. Okay, you can use NinjaTrader charts and use that for the executions. Who knows? You'll have your choice. You can either use NinjaTrader or my own order flow bars trading platform, whichever one. But once I release it to people, I have to go through our compliance issues with Rhythmic, which is just going to take a little bit of time. But you know, what I would like to do is get hooked up with like Apex, Lucid, Bullnox, a pretty popular prop firm, and say, hey, I have a custom order flow bar trading platform. I have a custom trading platform that uses Rhythmic. Would you like to be an exclusive broker that only uses it for like you be an exclusive broker that can use it for like 6 months? Then it's completely free, and then they pay me for the amount of people that use it. So there's a lot to be going on. If not, I think, and if you don't have the Ninja Trader add-on, and new people come in, then it's going to be like $10 a month. I mean, it's not going to be anything real expensive because it's not going to have all your bells and whistles like TradingView. But that's what I have going on because there's no real good trading platforms for Mac users, to be quite honest. And plus, Ninja Trader is a good platform. It really is. It's just written on old technology. And plus, there's some limitations for me that there's limitations that I'm having to deal with. And with my own personal platform, there ain't no limitation. Well, well, Rhythmic, okay, but as far as architectural wise, I'm not limited. Remember what I said about the financial interest. Remember what I said about the financial interest of these individuals right here, especially these down here. Okay, and look where we're at. Okay, there is a financial interest up in this area, folks. So don't be trying to go short because you've got these interests are right here. Okay, there's a reason why we are up here. There's a reason we sold off and we're in this balanced market area. And what I'm thinking, that reason is sitting right here. That is what I'm thinking. Also, look at the volume weighted average price, the VWAP, the New York VWAP. We're just sitting there flatlining. And here's here's the thing: institutions and these desk traders and stuff, they ain't looking at no charts like this, man. They ain't looking at this. Okay, they know where these large orders coming in and out, and also they know who did it. Okay, they know what market makers there has it. They know what other institutions. You know, they play off the backs of each other because they play off the backs of each other. Because here's the thing: that 700 single order contract, there might not have been enough liquidity in the books on your level two. And you're like, well, how can that get filled? Well, for one, level two is just a snapshot, my friends. It's not the real deal. It's just the snapshot. Okay. These trades happen within milliseconds. Okay. So Goldman might be like, hey, BlackRock, I'll take some of that off your hands. Okay. Good job. Here you go. I mean, there's backroom deals being made. Plus, these market makers, here's the thing. Hypothetically, this could have been just market makers. Okay, 900. 1,000 right there. You got about 2,000 contracts, okay? So there might have been a market maker, uh, that where hypothetically, let's say BlackRock was selling 2,000 contracts, and the market maker would be like, "Hey, I'll buy those 2,000 contracts because I'm gonna use them this morning." And that market maker will buy the 2,000 contracts pre-market and then hedge themselves against it. Okay. So now that market maker is sitting on about 2,000 contracts. So now that market maker will be like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and release some right here. I'm going to go ahead and release some here. I'm going to go ahead and release some right up in here. Okay. Then I might just release some here. I might release some up in this area. Okay. And then they just run the stinking market up. That's how the sausage is made in the back room. That's how it's made, folks. Those stinking boogers in the back room doing deals. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Look where we're at. Look where we're at. If we break this area right here, boom, boom, that's going to be your resistance probably is right here. Okay. We got some single the sellers right up in here. Okay. You got some sellers, little measly ass sellers right there. Ain't nothing to worry about. Little measly ass sellers. Little measly sellers up in there. Ain't nobody doing anything. Let's look at this doji candle right here. Ooh, n- Duta, Duta. Delta neutral. Duta. Okay, whenever I say Duda, that means delta neutral. Okay, Duda. We got 0, 0, 0. That's just neutral. That's great. Well, what we do have is about 10,500 contracts traded. That's kind of little, kind of little measly ass contracts. Consider we've been doing 30, 20, 28, 20. I mean, yeah, we're going up on light volume there, folks. We got about a minute left. Going up on light volume. The delta is about neutral or Dutra, uh, neutral, about 400, about 5% of it of delta. So it's just why is it coming up? Well, look at that sell and bounce area right there. Okay. Let's flip over to a delta chart. Let's flip over to a delta chart. Okay. Let's flip over to a delta. Look at all that big negative delta right there. Oh, some selling interest right there. Hmm. Yeah. All right, let's flip over. See, when you're looking at a solid candlestick, you don't see stuff like this. Okay, just trading. In my eyes, you're trading blind. Okay, that's why I got to look at the volume and see where the volume's at, and see where the delta is. Now, here's the thing about the delta. Okay, the way I have coded this is let's take a look at this. Okay, you see, we had high volume here, but look at the shade of the blue violet. It's not dark. Okay, let's take a look at like you see that delta bar is dark blue violet. That means high delta. Okay, when these bars and these are aggregated bars. These are merged, not merged. Tick merged? No, they're not tick merged to 5 minutes. Okay, so I didn't tick merge it. I usually tick merge it. Like here, the delta was kind of light. Let's take a look at a high delta handle. Yeah, there was some dark candles. The shade of the candle of the bar is the delta. Okay, lightly shaded just means light delta. like this bar right here, this bar right here, it's darker than these 2 right here. That means there was more delta right there in that area. That's what that means. All this logic is gonna be the exact same stuff I'm doing for the order flow bar trader. All of this. Yeah, the limit orders on both trading platforms. Here, let me bring up, let's see, let's run this again on, let's run this again. This is the trading platform. We'll do rhythmic connections. I am going to be so glad when I get to their paper trading system to actually execute on Bullinox and actually do some real trading with it. Close that window. So when you go to, you're going to have a regular chart that's going to be like minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 30, 15 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours daily. You'll have all that. And then you'll have your moving averages in there. But this is mainly going to be for order flow trading. This is not going to be a platform for everybody. Uh, you'll have the heat map there. You have a DOM trader, a profile chart. The DOM trader will probably be the last one. That's going to be hard. Order entry. So when you have your order entry right here, you have to choose your account. I'm on the test, the quantity right here. If whenever you choose limit order, this is not on the Ninja Trader add-on. This is on the custom platform. When you choose limit order, you just type in the 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 limit, okay, and then you execute. I need to work on this. This is just to be able to get stuff working right now. And I think you'll do a limit order. Yeah, that gives me an idea, man. Okay. Listen up. When you do market, you're not going to have a limit. Well, see, I was thinking about doing the type market order and then only the market buy sell buttons show. And when you do limit order, only the limit buy sell buttons show. But sometimes you might be on market, type market, and you want to do a quick limit buy sell at the current best bid ask. Yeah, I can't do that. Scratch that idea. That was not a good idea. But yeah, you'll be able to do limit orders. Okay, you'll be able to do limit orders. I don't know what it was. Nah, their test environment sucks to be quite honest. I'll admit. Uh, this weekend I'm going to get the order flow bars add-on squared away, and I'm going to come up here. The accounts there, the positions page, that's all working. Messages, I'm not worried about that right now, but the executions, I want to probably get that done tonight, and then the orders. But everything's pretty much working pretty good. The good thing that I like is this right here. I need to have this update so when you switch over, you don't have to click it all the time. Is the boom, 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 boom. All these tabs right down here. Let's say that's a 1 minute, 1 minute, and then this one can be like a 15 minute. This one can be like a 1 hour. Maybe this tab will be your daily, things like that. So you'll have the stuff down here. And then, of course, you can just uncheck it if you don't want them anymore. Boom, boom. Okay. And you can't delete the main chart. So yeah, and your accounts are going to show up here. Doop, doop, doop. But the hard part is over. Okay. The hard part of that is over. Getting hooked up with Rhythmic. That the hard part's over. Now it's just compliance issues. The hard part's over. Uh oh, let's take a look. No, didn't like that. I'm trying to see where was a good one. No, don't like that one either. This one. So, kind of like what I like to see is a little divergence here. Okay, this is what I like to see. I like to see divergence. So let's take a look at this candle right here. Okay, we've got 87 negative delta, and we had 87 negative delta. Okay, we ran up, we kind of sold off a little bit. Okay, had about 336 negative delta 100, so that's not too bad. And we didn't come down to this area. Okay, we're roughly right at the 50% mark. Uh, you had 87 negative delta, but you closed above it. Okay, that right there is pretty good. You had 3% negative delta, very low. So you could try to scalp your some off, get in here, take yourself some off right up in this area right here, maybe get yourself about 1 or 2 points. Okay. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, that's not a whole lot of money. 1 point, 2 points is only $100. Well, then go in about 3 or 4 contracts and do that a handful of times during the day, and you got yourself some pretty good cheddar. Okay. Kind of like with this one right here. You're you were up in this area about 2 points. You're going to take yourself take yourself a little bit of profits, move to a break even. Maybe you got in 3 contracts. You take 2 points off, okay, and then maybe you're starting to come back down. You take another one, then you leave the one down in here, okay, but you already made money on two of them. Yeah, it's just a different way of trading. Um, And you're pretty confident in taking trades like this. Where's that one? Where's that one that I just showed you? This one right here. You're pretty confident in taking stuff like this. Okay. Because if you come over here, you had some large buyers up in here, but you had some large sellers. But it looks like there's more large buyers than anything as far as single order contracts. So you're looking to go up. It's just the way it is. Here, I'll be right back. We're getting ready to leave. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm back. My mom just came over, so I had to uh, come out of the office and show my face. Um, yeah, so I think I'm pretty much done, folks. I have to shut the stream down. It's getting to be afternoon. We have to leave here pretty soon. Uh, here, hold on. I'll just say I'm out to lunch. Out to lunch. Be right back. I would say about 30 minutes. Okay. Out to lunch. Be right back. 30 minutes. I'll just do that. Uh, But, after lunch, I'm gonna have to cut the stream and get back to writing code for the add-on. I need to test the add-on. There's more stuff I need to get working on. Main thing is, test this. I need to test it more on another, the add-on, the update. Oh, look at this. Oh, you got a buy and bounce area right here that you could possibly, go in on. We got some massive, buyers up in this area. Oh, come on. You had a buy and bounce right here. If you get in here, you're looking for a pop. You can probably put your stop down in this area right up in here. Uh, what you need to do, uh, you got a buy and bounce area right here. If we flip over to a footprint chart, you'll actually see they're just single prints, man. They're just single prints. Whoops. They're just single prints. There's no sellers there, single prints. I was kinda thinking they would be single prints because we just popped real quick. It was just whenever you see something go "Pshhoom," like that, more than likely it's single prints, man. More than likely it's just single prints, okay? More than likely it's just single print crap. Um, but yeah, that's what you're doing, moving average is sloping upwards, but, if you're not gonna keep moving, if that delta ain't moving up, if the volume ain't moving up, you gotta cut the trade, man. Just single prints though, man. Single prints, single prints. Uh, alright, I gotta get going. I'll be right back, 30 minutes. I gotta get going. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, look at that. Boy, we had a massive. But they just keeping us right in place, ain't they? They're just keeping it right in place. All right, I'm back. Oh wow. Yeah, this is kind of hard to be trading today. This is all this new stuff going on. This is not going to be really conducive to good trading, to be quite honest. Right back down at the point of control. Right back down here, we're stopping right up in this area, run it up, and then run it back up some more. Yeah, this is not going to be. But look at how the ES handles the sell and bounce areas. They actually the ES trades order flow a lot better than the NQ. The ES trades order flow a lot better than the NQ because take a look at this. Um, we got sell and balance, we got a buy and bounce, kind of ran up and then kind of got stopped out. We have a sell and balance that comes in. So it will adhere to your sell and balances and stuff. See how it ran up here? So the ES trades order flow a lot better because it's more thickly traded market. 1209. We had some news. That's what I kind of figured. That's why I'm checking financial juice because we ran down Iran's foreign minister, whatever. Yeah, I can't pronounce that name. Iran's foreign minister, Tehran is ready to pursue diplomacy if the U.S. changes the excessive demands, threatening rhetoric, and provocative actions. Man, I'm telling y'all, this ain't gonna be good. We just keep getting news after news after news. And it's hard to trade in an environment like this. No, right. Want one? Yeah, I'll take one. I don't know how many we got. Yeah, you're having mac and cheese? Yeah. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, see, this is kind of hard to trade. This is why I made my money in the morning and I was done. I made my money in the morning and I was done, folks. Here, let's switch over to a 1 minute. Um, yeah, this is okay. I mean, you got a sell and bounce right here. Sold off pretty good. Um, I mean, you got yourself about $300 right there. It's really, oops, it's really hard to be trading news. Look at this news, man. It's really hard because you can't be trading because all of a sudden you come in here where all these single prints were. Then we kind of ran up here, so maybe you're locking in some of your profits right here, and you got yourself a break even down here, and then all of a sudden you get crap going. It's hard to trade, man. I mean, if you guys are finding it hard to trade and you're a new trader, you're like, man, this stuff's hard. Well, it is. An environment like this, extremely hard. You don't be taking. Maybe you took a short right here and you got stopped out. Maybe you took another one and you got paid. Um, I mean, sell and balance areas, folks. Sell and balance right here. Sell and balance. Sell and balance. You had an inside bar that is perfect. Get in on the break of that. You're not looking for a whole move, but can you get like 6 points to get yourself $300? Yes, you absolutely can. Are you gonna? I mean, I know what a lot of these YouTubers later at night be like. I bought the top, I sold the top and bottom, and blah blah blah. Made myself 1,000. Like, whatever, man. You know, these selling balances on the ES, the work. Okay, stuff like this, you don't be trading when the moving average is sloping upwards. Okay. You just don't be doing stuff like that. You don't be taking a selling balance when you're above the moving average, the order flow bar moving average. Okay. And also, if you do the 1 hour VWAP, let's do the New York session VWAP. If you're above the New York session VWAP, you only want to be taking longs. Okay, longs. You only want to be taking longs. Taking shorts like that is kind of dangerous. Okay. Don't be trading in areas like this when it's flatlining and you get a buy and bounce. Don't be trading areas like that. Just wait for the breaks. Okay. Just wait for the breaks like this. But then news came out and you got smacked down. You know, things like this is just really hard to trade in news driven environment. It is. It really is. News driven environment is not good. It is not good, folks. It is not good. I mean, look at this. Like Iran news came out. They didn't know. And look what I said earlier when Axios says, "Oh yeah, we had some news come out and blah 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 about the whatever," and then all of a sudden we ran up, and then news comes out and says, "Well, the rhetoric of the U.S." and then it just goes right back down. Come on, It- the media is pushing this market around. There is one thing from my 10 years of experience is the market does not like uncertainty. Okay, they like to know what's pretty certain. Okay. What I'm looking to do is I'm going to be streaming for a little bit more, and then I'm going to have to call it a day, and I need to get back to work to doing coding. So I need to get this release out to everybody. I need to get this release out to everybody Sunday, and there's more stuff I need to work on. I need to work on the take profit stop loss, break even. The thing I'm going to be working on is I'm going to be working on a break even. Okay, right here. I'm on Sum 101. Here, let's just go to Chart Trader real quick and we'll just go ahead and just do a quick buy. Like what I want to do is have another button. Like right here, you can do stop loss. You can do take profit. What I want to have is a BE for break even. So let's say you're trading up here and you just click BE. It'll cancel this and automatically move you to a break even. Okay. That's the one thing I definitely want to get done. Because that's going to be chart trading. That's going to help out a little bit more. Okay. I'm trying to think about how I want to do this. Uh, see, now that says two contracts there. Close this order canceled. I mean, that's kind of like I need to have a BE. So when let's say we come up to the VWAP and you can just move to a break even. And in your settings, you're gonna have like trading. It'll call trading, and it'll be like BE offset, like break even offset. let's say you put it to like 4 ticks. That'll be like 1 point. Let's say on the ES, it's like 2 ticks. So you just do 2 ticks and you just put in like two in like a text box or something. And then what that'll do is that'll move you to a break even, kind of like that, break even plus one. Whenever you click break even, it'll automatically put you into like a break even plus one. And that's just all. That's the kind of stuff I want to get done. Uh, Stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be working on today is a break even. Uh, Here, let me throw on another trade real quick. Like a break even, you'll see stop loss and you see take profit, but you'll see BE. As soon as you click that, it will cancel this and then automatically move you to a break even. You can do control left click, and then move it there. Okay. You can do that. Control right click is for take profit. You see how it has plus one, and I can't put in another control. Let's say if I do, whoops, uh, shift left click. Okay, so now I'm in two contracts. So if I do control right click, now it allows me to put in another take profit because I have two contracts. If you come down here, you'll do one, and if you look right here, boom, boom, boom. If you look right here, it says stop market, two contracts limit, you know, that, and then where is it? Okay, now we're in stop loss two, and then we're in limit one. So uh, you can do control left click. That'll lock it in. Control left click will automatically lock in your profits. Okay. I'm going to do take profits there. Uh, let's see if we get, uh, so if we get, yep, and you see how it cancels the rest of them. So there's just some stuff I want to get done. Uh, the main thing is that break even and the offset. And then I want to try and do take profit, stop loss. Almost like an ATM strategy thing, but not quite. I got to be careful about doing that. Um, but yeah, that's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. I wouldn't be putting on any longs or shorts quite. I mean, when you're right here, let's do the 1 hour VWAP. Okay, we're above the 1 hour VWAP. Okay, we're above the 1 hour VWAP, which is right here, but it's flatlining. We're above the moving average. You got the uh, New York VWAP is right here, and we're right up against it, and we're flatlining. You got to be careful about putting on longs up in this area when you see uh, a buy imbalance, and you come down here, 153 positive delta, 14%. Okay, that's looking good to go up. But the thing is, you got to look at where you are on the New York VWAP. We're right at it. So if you do go in kind of light. Or if you do go in, take quick profits and move to a break even because we're right here. Okay, we are right here. And also, you got to think, look at all that negative delta right there, too. You got to go up against. Okay. Also, when that's, yeah, look at this. We got a smackdown. Man, there's just, you can't trade in this type of environment. This is very, very, very difficult to be trading in this type of crap, man. Um, I had a custom hotkeys that I had set up. Um, that's how I pass all the evals and stuff using range bars and stuff. And I'm gonna have that set up now. I'm gonna work on it. Um, and it'll be the same thing with the custom platform that I'm building, and it's going to be the same way. Hotkey stuff like that, except for the custom platform will be able to it'll here's the thing about the custom platform that I'm building. NinjaTrader add-on, I'm always gonna support it, it'll be here, okay? As long as NinjaTrader doesn't do anything. But I have to build out my own custom, order flow platform, and the reason I'm doing that is because if let's say this really kicks off and we've got a lot of users using this, and I got a nice big code base, I got a nice big user base, uh, you know, what happens if NinjaTrader does something and we can't use the add-on? Well, I'm screwed. My business is screwed. All the users that I have are screwed. That's why I'm doing a custom, platform. That's why with Rhythmic, I'm already hooked up with Rhythmic. I'm on their test server. I'm getting ready to move to their paper trading server, hopefully next week. I'm gonna send them an email Monday. Hopefully, I can get that done next week, and start, trading on it with Bullnox. Uh, but yeah. What is okay. Yeah, yeah, what kind of news came out? Who knows? Trump, we made strides in talks with Iran, but I'm not sure we're going to get to a deal. Then you didn't make any strides. Trump's very positive, man. He's like, man, yeah, we're positive. We're gonna get a deal with these with the Ayatollah. No, you ain't. You ain't getting nothing, man. You dealing with Iran. This ain't no Saddam Hussein army. You dealing with the Iranians, man. The average Iranian person, awesome, man. Their government, please. Let's look at a 30-second chart. I mean, all this news is very hard to trade, man. It's hard to trade this crap. All right, I'm eating a I'm eating a grilled ham and cheese sandwich the wife made. She does it pretty good. She does the grilled ham and cheese, but she grills it in a waffle maker. So it has like little waffle cones on the bread. Pretty cool. Uh Man. Yeah, so this is a 30-second. Hmm. You gotta update the profile. I had it on overnight on 30-second. Here's the thing with this news, these buyers right here, they probably not interested anymore. With this negative news and all this stuff with Iran, them buyers, they ain't gonna be interested anymore. Take a look at this. It's something very interesting. Here, let me see if I can't get my look at this area right here. What do you see? What do you see a lack of buying interest whatsoever? There ain't none up in here, man. Look at all that delta right there. Majority of it's negative. You got a little measly 900. You got little, some crazies up in here trying to buy it. Um, so these buyers with this negative news, you got to think, are they going to be interested now? My bet, once you get past that 904 and that 700 single order contract right there, I'm thinking we'll probably keep going. You're down below where all those buyers were. Those single order contract buyers right here, you're down below that. Well, right at it. Yeah, they ain't going to be. Yeah, like I said, these buyers right here are probably not interested anymore. Whatever market maker institution that ran this thing up, they're probably not interested. That's why we could have a sell off. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some tea started. I usually have some tea in the afternoons. I'll be right back. We could get a bounce back up to the point of control, maybe the VWAP. All righty. All right, folks. Oh, righty. Get a little relief. All righty, there we go. What? Okie dokie. Yeah, man. Okay. All righty. Yeah, I'm gonna have the update. I'm on version 1.2.9. I'll have the update later this weekend. So next week, next week, and you'll have the break even more than likely. You're not going to get the take profit stop loss this weekend. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it. What I need to do is just make small changes and then test it and release it. Because people are paying for this and I can't screw it up. Uh, so uh, what I am thinking is you'll get the break even and then do an offset. You'll get the settings. I'll get the settings menu started with the trades, and then I'll do a break even BE offset. Uh, so when you move to a break, now if you don't want an offset for your break even, you just leave it at zero. And it'll just, when you click the break even or you do Shift E for a hotkey to break even, it'll just put you at your average price. But if you do an offset of like, if you're trading NQ and you do an offset of 8, it's going to be 2 points, 2 point offset. If you do 4, it's going to be a 1 point offset because that's 4 ticks. Uh, so whatever instrument you're trading, you'll have to do the offset of whatever ticks. Okay. Uh, that I know I can get done, but it needs to be tested for like longs and shorts, and I'll be able to do that in the playback. So it's just going to take me a little bit of time to test it, but that will definitely get done this weekend, the break even offsets. Ah, and I can't wait till we get out of this Iran news stuff. I mean, man, this thing could last for a while. Uh, I mean, 72, what was the overnight highs? Overnight highs was 72, 71 for the ES, and we're basically right here. So we're basically at the overnight highs. We did break it this morning, but let's do NQM6. Uh, let's do a range bar. We'll do solid candles. We'll just click apply real quick. Uh, has to fill historically, so you got to be careful with that. Historically, it takes a while to load. I mean, you don't have to be careful, but you got to be patient. It has to load. Takes a little bit to load, my friends. Takes a little bit to load. Um, this is 32 range bar, aggregated volume, and balance is set to 4 and levels of 4. 4 and 4. That was kind of a tight one. Uh, you got that sell off right there, and it got to bounce up. This is how you really like it, is a sell off, a bounce up. You got to sell and bounce on a 32 tick chart, and then you just try to go in here. You're not trying to get huge winners, but if you can get like 10 points and make yourself $200, you can do that a handful of times. You're walking away with like a $500,000 day. Okay, I mean, within a week you're gonna be passing an eval, man. So I know everybody wants to pass these evals in couple trades and single day. I mean, when I used to scalp the 32 range part and I used to trade like this, kind of like how the video of how I passed 5 evals. Yeah, some of them I did make $2,000 to $3,000 in one day. Okay, some of them I did. Okay, this is really what you really like. You have a sell off right here. You have a buy and balance. You see that bar right there? It's a buy and balance, and we closed below it. The moving average is sloping downwards. We have a sell and balance. You get in here, you can put your stop up in this area right here, and then you sell off, and then you got yourself a nice 20.400 winner. Then you made $200 earlier, so that's $600, and you're done for the day. Move along. Don't be giving money back. Market was willing enough to give it to you, and uh, don't be willing enough to give it back. Okay, do not be taking selling balances like this when the moving average is up here. Don't be taking those selling balance when the moving average is long term sloping upwards. Okay, you don't be doing crap like that. Okay, don't be taking those selling balance. Don't be taking those selling bounce when the moving average is sloping upwards. This is a Heikin-Ashi data smoothed out with a 9 exponential moving average. Don't be doing that crap. Kind of crap you want to be doing, or you going to, like I said, don't be doing it. You missed out on a big move. But man, I missed out on a big move. But who cares? You got a double sell and balance area. You get in right here. You get in right here. Let's say you get out about up in this area right here for about 7 points, $150. Okay. Oh, that's not very much. Well, your base hits add up, folks, to $1,000 days. Okay. I used to trade like 20, 30 trades like this, man. The crap adds up. You might not have been able to get this because this moved too fast. So you ain't going to get nothing, man. I know it looks good now. Hindsight trading, yeah, it looks good now, but I'm telling you right now, we were looking at the ES and the ES just went pshoo, and the NQ is lightly traded more than, I mean, it's a thinly traded market. This thing went pshoo, real quick, man. See, look at me. No, you ain't getting none of that, man. Hate to tell you, but you ain't. Why? Well, because for one thing, it moved too fast. Right here, valid trade, sell and bounce. Delta's looking good. This is looking good. 62% positive delta. You get in here and you got stopped out. Okay, you ain't gonna always win, but you get 60 to 70% batting average. You're doing good. You're passing the evals left and right, my friends. Okay, you're just passing the evals. Do, 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 do. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Bum, bum, bum. This is what I do. I do kind of like this right here. We kind of run up right here. Uh, we've got a pullback, moving average is sloping upwards. We got a pullback. You can get in right here. You got delta neutral basically, very light volume, but you can try to get in on something like that. It's don't be doing no buy, selling bounce. Don't be doing none of that crap up in here. Okay, we're looking at 4 and 4 to be quite honest. 4 and 4, folks. 4 and 4. Don't be taking no selling balance. I know it worked out, but man, that's not good. You want to know why it's not good? Well, for one thing, it's above the moving average. The moving average is kind of moving up. You can take it if you want. I just don't. I'd be taking, yeah, I just don't. I just don't do stuff like that. What I like to do is, like I said on the video, I like to pair it off with a 5 minute. Okay, I like to pair it off with a 5 minute. When the 5 minutes green and Delta's green on the 5 minute, boom, you take your balance areas on your range charts. Okay, that's what I like to do. Okay, that's what I like to do. Who's not? Well, got a lot of large single order contracts up in here. We got ESM6. Why is that showing 37? 32nd. When am I? Oh, 30 contracts. That's why. Oh, well. Here, let's switch back to a 1 minute. Has to load the history. It's loading. Also, on my own personal platform, I'll be having a lot more flexibility. Do what? Yeah, I'm getting the tea. I don't know. I told her to come in my office. Hey, hey, hey. Kelsey. Look at her. Yeah, because I gave it to her. Just go ahead and eat it. Don't worry about her. All right. All right. Uh, I got my tea. I'm going to sit back. As soon as I'm done with my tea, I'm going to have to cut the stream and then get back to coding. It's almost 1 o'clock. Because I got a lot of crap to do, man. I got a lot of work to do. I bit off more than I can chew, to be quite honest. That's all right. I'll get it done. I mean, if I can sit here and make money with this, I'm pretty sure you can. Well, we already got one person in here making pretty decent money. I think it's Harold or something like that, making 500,000. I don't know. Scroll back, like 500, 500 yesterday, and up 400 today. Yeah, so I tell you what I need to do. Once I get my own personal trading platform done and we port everything over here, I need to get me a streamer, a big one, to stream it. Or I released a custom cross-platform trading platform that's going to be running on Macs and Windows and Linux. And I have an investor come to me and be like, yeah, go ahead and give me $500,000 and I'll go ahead and make a juggernaut. And then we'll do it up. Because we're going to be limited to what we can do. And the main thing is the data. Okay. Um, Rhythmic is going to be fine for me doing it for my own personal use. That's easy. That'll be done next week. And I'll be trading, executing orders, and making sure everything is all pretty locked down, and maybe showing the charts when I can, uh, when they're all good. But I'm mainly going to be using Ninja Trader charts to add on to be able to really do stuff. But for personal use, Rhythmic is pretty easy. Once I start saying, "Hey, I want to release this to the public," that's when the compliance issues start. Uh, so there's going to be, I'll get it done. It's just that when you log in, if you're on like Apex or Lucid on Rhythmic, the only historical data and live data you're going to get is right from the Rhythmic paper trading, from whatever broker FCM that you're using. If we're going to be doing like historical data, like I have a Rust server set up and I'm doing historical data and stuff like that, and you're using that, no, 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 that's going to be extremely expensive. You're talking about licensing fees and all kinds of other crap. That ain't something I want to do right now. But something basic, kind of like what Ninja Trader does, ain't no problem. All right. Let me bring up my IDE and get everything. Let's see. Open the recents. I want to do order. Okay, what do I want to do? Okay, chart trader. I do need that file. I need order flow pulse. Uh, order execution service. I need these three files. I think that'll be good. I think that's all I need. Oh my word! I didn't. Oh, look at this. Oh, looky! Look what we got going on. We got a buy and balance area. We're at about 41% positive delta, 600 positive delta, about 1600, 1700 volume. We got a 93 seller that's starting to step in. If we close above that, it could be good night for him. It could be good night. You got a large seller right there trying to hold this off. Whoa, you got 125 buyer up in here. We got a battle, folks. 125 buy, single order buy contract just slung into the market. This could be good night for that little short freak that wants to short it. Come on, man. Giddy up, my friend. You're right up here at the point of the controller, so you ain't gonna be giddy up and too fast. Well, you could because this is a crazy whacked out market right now, folks. This is a crazy whacked out market right here. You got see, you're in dangerous territory. You got a selling balance, you got a buying balance, you got a big large seller, you got a big large buyer. We closed above that large seller, not by much. Well, we closed above it, but we're right at the top of this channel right here that we're forming. Okay, we're right here up at the top. You have big, uh, well, that was probably single prints right there, to be quite honest, because of the stinking news. You're below the VWAP. Man, odds are not in your favor. Okay, the odds are not in your favor. So if you do go in something like this, you need to go in kind of like, don't be going on all uh, full port in this, man, thinking you're gonna be passing an eval. More than likely, get your butt blown out of the water. Um, the odds are not in your favor. Okay, so when the odds are not in your favor, just go in light. If you go into many, go in like 3 to 5 micros. That way, if you're wrong because the odds are not in your favor that much, you're not going to get slaughtered like a pig. It ain't going it ain't doing very much, folks. It ain't doing very much. We're just sitting here pissing around right now. Previous 1 minute was 7%. We had 25%. We really didn't get anywhere. So this ain't looking too hot. Nope. Maybe we'll get a pullback. The problem is, like I said, we ain't going to go anywhere anytime fast because of this area right here. Okay. And you're trying to go long right in this stinking area right here, with all this negative delta right here. You're going to have resistance when you get up there. I mean, yeah, granted, that's 5, 6 points. That'll be a nice little trade, but you got to understand what you're up against. Okay. You got these buyers that are probably defending that area a little bit because you just saw that single order buy contract of 125 come in. So the order flow bar moving average sloping upwards. We got a buy and balance, but it's at the low of the bar, which is kind of, We got a sell and balance right here. Boom, we're below the VWAP. I mean, the odds are not in your favor. This is a counter trend trade. The odds are not in your favor. So you got to go light. You got to go light. When you're wrong, you don't get hurt that bad. When you're right, you make a little money. But if you're already green for the day, there's no reason to be taking trades like this because the odds are not in your favor. Chances of you giving money back is pretty good. Hmm. 200 to 200 positive delta, 15%. It's above 10%. That's pretty good. Maybe you got a little steam to get past all this big thick area. If we could get past this area right here, I'm I'm pretty sure we could probably kiss the VWAP. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, this ain't looking too good for him. Like I said, you wanna try and do something like this, go in light. Like I said, go in light, man. Like I've been saying, the odds are not in your favor. So just go in light. I got all excited because I saw the big seller, and then I saw the big buyer come in, and we closed above it, and we got a buying bounce, moving bar is starting to moving average starting to slope upwards. We get a break of this. I'm like, okay, good. Maybe we can test the VWAP. No. So when you start breaking this area right here, you just got to get out. Even if you didn't get out and you were down here and you didn't get out and it comes up to here till you break even, just scratch the trade. Don't care if it pops and runs without you. You're going to miss trades. Get over it. Yeah, see, right now, I'd be getting out, man. I'd be like, screw this. I ain't screwing with this. Now, what do you need? Boy, this is crazy. This stinking Bullnox disconnected me, and then I had to reconnect. They're a bunch of efforts. So now we're back at it again. Bullnox, a bunch of efforts. Those stupid games they play. I guess my internet got disconnected and reconnected. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do, it's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I need to get the coding. I need to start getting stuff worked out. So I will be at it Monday, 9:15. 9:15 Monday. Monday at 9:15. I will be back at it again. I'll try to get some videos out. I'll try to do some educational videos as well if I can get some out. Uh, but look for a update Sunday, late afternoon. Look for an update. We can get this, all this delta percentage in the background, all this. I'll be able to get it out to you Sunday. So that's all I have. I will talk to everyone Monday, 9:15. Have a good weekend. And if you're green, just walk away.